Hey guys, and happy Friday. Welcome to Facebook Friday. This is episode number 107. And guys, I'm excited to have you here today. We are talking about branding. It's a subject that I love to talk about probably most around here because I know it's the thing that's going to separate your business and everything that you do from everybody else out there that has the same product or service available that you're doing, right? So if you're a pool cleaner or a real estate agent or a chiropractor, there's probably thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other businesses doing the exact same thing that you do in your market. How do you stand out? We talk about building a brand, and that's what we're getting into in today's show. So thanks for being here. Let's go check out the show. All right guys, welcome back. It's good to be back in the home office with the green screen in play. We were on the road for the last couple weeks traveling on some family vacations. And as always, it's good to be back home and just head down, grinding away, getting things done. So branding is such an interesting subject, right? Like you think of big brands as Apple and like Coke and Pepsi and Nike and all these identifiable brands out there that you're probably very familiar with and you know all about them. And maybe you don't know their beginning story of how they got started. Like I think Apple did a good job of depicting how Steve Jobs created the brand and everything that they do, and you know a little bit about Prefontaine with Nike, but there's some brands you just don't know, right? Like who knows the real story of how Coke started? Maybe some of you do, I don't know. I've heard some tales that may be accurate or not, I'm not sure. But I don't think that the origin story is as important as how they service their clients today and what they're doing today to stay top of mind of their clients' awareness, right? Let's take a couple examples. If you're, as we talked about in the intro, if you're selling some type of a service or product that's not unique, right? Like maybe you invented the one thing that exists today and nobody else offers that. You have the patent on it, nobody else can sell it. That's different. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is a service or a product that exists everywhere that you're selling. Maybe you're doing e-com and you're just literally selling something that somebody's giving you the right to sell, whether it's lawnmowers or iPhone cases or laptops or tables or just trying to look around here and see what ideas I can get. If you're selling a commodity, how about that? If you're selling a commodity that exists anywhere and the only reason that people are going to buy from you is maybe because you offer the lowest price, it's just a race to the bottom, right? Whoever can offer that product for the cheapest amount of money usually wins. It's just like gas, right? I know there's different versions of gas out there. There's premium, there's unleaded, and for the most part, most gas stations are all the same. Unless you're super picky with your engine and you care, you're probably just going to try to find the cheapest gas that's available, down to like the pennies of how much you can save. But if you have a service, and they're going to be parallel here, so just keep following along. But if you have a service like pool cleaning or chiropractic, or you're a coach, you're selling people's homes as a real estate agent, or you're offering financial services, right? That's a service that you provide. And the things that make you stand out are you, your personality, what you do in that transaction, how you bring value to your clients. I know thousands of agents. I mean, there's 40,000 agents in my county alone. I don't know them all yet. I'd love to meet them all. If you're an agent, come shake my hand someday, come say hi. But all of you guys hold the exact same real estate license. And I know some of you are brokers and some of you are just real estate agents, but in the end, all of you can go list a house, you can sell a house, you can collect a commission, and that's the end of the story, right? And there's a few little details of it that I'm not going to get into for the sake of this show, but for the most part, 99% of you are the exact same. Same with chiropractors. And I hate to put it this way because I have some really good friends who are chiropractors, but for the most part, you adjust people's backs, you help them get healthy, you help them, loosen up their bodies and be able to get back in shape and do things that will enable their body to heal. Health coaches, you encourage people to get healthy, to get outside, to lose weight, to do things, right? You get the idea. Most of these services are very similar. If you took every health coach, generally their goal is to get people in shape. And as the outside consumer, these people who are buying services from you see all of you guys as the same. Not like the pool cleaner and the real estate agent, but all real estate agents, all pool cleaners, all chiropractors, all dentists. From the outside, you guys all look the same. You do the same thing. You provide what they're looking for. And they're basically looking at it as like an e-com. They're looking at it and saying, how can I buy this product for the cheapest amount of money? Because I think that you guys are all the same. I think that you guys are, I'm comparing apples to apples, right? If I interviewed 100 chiropractors, I would say, well, you're all gonna help my back problems go away, or you're all gonna help my headaches go away, or you're all gonna help me eat healthier, or you're all gonna help me get that cavity filled that I need, right? You're looking at them all the same and you're thinking you're comparing apples to apples. But deep down inside, you personally know that you're different, that you provide a different service than all of your competitors. You do things differently. You hold the client's hand as they come through. You provide different amenities as they show up. Your office is unique. The way that you consult with your clients is different. I talk to so many of you on the phone, and one of the first questions I ask you as we go through our audit of your services and what it is that you do, you're trying to tell me how you stand out. But for the most part, your clients, your future clients that you want to work with, don't see this difference. They don't understand how you stand out. The only way to accomplish this is to build a brand. It's to bring that awareness to your audience so that they fully understand who you are and what you do. So the big question becomes, how do I do this? How do I set myself apart from everybody else, right? How do I take all the other competitors out there and say, that's great, there's this group over there, that's what they do, this is what I do differently than them. This is how I stand out. So over the last bunch of years, as we were selling real estate, our team here, I was always trying to find a way for us to stand out and how we could be different than anybody else. And the way that we did it was through a brand. We created a brand, we built an image, we taught our clients the things that we wanted them to know, and we showed them exactly how we were different than everybody else. So what I would encourage you guys to do, and this is what the rest of this video is going to be about, is how to get your products out there, how to demonstrate what it is that your business does that nobody else can compete with. What makes you so unique that you're the only one that provides these type of benefits and that they have to come work with you because nobody else can do it. And if you haven't figured that out, we call it the unique proposition, right? Your unique proposition. There's another name for it, I can't remember right now, that Tony Robbins refers to it as, but it's your unique proposition. What's the unique thing that you do that nobody else in your business does? And maybe they could do it, they just haven't figured out how to do it yet. Or maybe there's a way that you provide extra value on top. Take your business and let's break it up to a couple different things. Let's just say, what are the things that you do that everybody else does? So let's take, I love talking about the real estate agent. It's just so easy because I understand that niche. I'm going to try to use a couple other examples so that, if we have dentists or chiropractors or health coaches or anybody else watching today, I want you guys to understand how this parallels to your business. But let's just take the real estate agent. So you guys as an agent, you come over, you meet with somebody, you talk about their house, you determine a price that house is going to sell for. And that's number one where the differences start happening with agents. Some will take an estimate of what Zillow thinks their house is worth. Some will compare comparables to see what the market's doing, but how they price their home can vary just right off the bat. From there, you guys will go and put a sign in the yard to get the house sold. You'll put it on the MLS, the market, to try to get people to come see it. You'll negotiate contracts. You'll get a buyer and his agent to come and close on the house, and then you'll walk the seller through everything that they need to do to provide for that buyer to close on this house, and then the transaction will happen, right? Like that's kind of the simple process of how selling a house works. In that though, there's a bunch of things that you can do different. So that's the general scope of, let's just say, here's what I do that everybody else can do, right? So if I'm a dentist, I clean teeth, I fill cavities. Maybe you're an orthodontist and you put braces on, you straighten people's teeth. Generally, you can see what it is that I do that everybody else does. So we can have apples to apples there. Now you've got to say, okay, what are some things that I offer that nobody else offers in my business? So going back to real estate, maybe I offer free staging to all my clients because I understand that when I stage a house, it sells for more money and it sells faster than anywhere else. Maybe I provide some of my contractors, and I have a list of contractors, 20 guys that'll come over and touch up paint and clean and replace broken windows and maybe upgrade the countertop so that the kitchen looks amazing. Maybe I've got a great connection with an appliance company. Basically, I want to show that this house is amazing and different than everybody else's house on the market right now, and we're going to get you more money when we go to sell your house. So there's number two that I offer. The next one is, when I sell houses, I want to have a mega open house and I want 100 people to come through your property the first weekend that it's on the market. So I'm going to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to get a whole bunch of people to your house that first weekend. I'm going to have all the neighbors come here. I'm going to have them bring their friends. I'm going to have an ice cream truck out front. You see what I'm getting at? I'm doing things different than anybody else. Let's talk about a couple other businesses. So we go to a dentist who I love. They're local. They've been great. He's a close friend of mine. When you show up, it's a nice atmosphere. They greet you by name because they know that you're coming. They have a picture of who you are. So it's, hey Eric, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in today. Can I get you a bottle of water or anything? It's not, hey, who are you? What are you doing here? I've had dentists like that, right? So there's number one difference, is that they greet you by name. They offer you some water, great experience. Number two, when they bring you back, they remember, things that are going on in your life. How are your kids doing? How's school going for you? What are you guys going on vacation this summer? They remember parts of your life. So they have a system that allows them to remember who I am. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys will offer this as well, but it's just something that's unique. One of the cool things that I like is while I'm there, you know, my head back, I'm staring at the ceiling and I can't talk. They know that I can't communicate very well, so they give me something to do. They have a TV in the ceiling so that I can watch HGTV or something that's interesting, so that I, during this hour while I have my teeth clean, gives me the opportunity to be entertained. So that's unique. You know, there's a whole bunch more from there, but that's how this dentist is standing out and doing unique things. They don't have a fish tank for me to stare at while I'm waiting at, and that's okay. I'm not interested in staring at fish. You know, they don't have a bunch of normal things that people have. They make their dental experience unique. And that's the point. They stand out. They provide different things than anybody else. So look at your business and say, what are the things that I'm doing that everybody else is doing? What are the things that I'm doing differently? And now this is what you need to create your brand about. So most people won't understand that you stage houses for free, that you have a TV in the ceiling of your office, that you greet clients by name, right? They won't understand these things. So you've got to showcase these things in your content. One of the reasons that we do this show every single week is to show you guys how simple it is to create content. I literally have a camera on a tripod that I've owned for years. It's something that most of you guys have. It's a Costco camera, not that much money. I have a laptop here that is plugged into. Other than that, it's just an internet connection. Every one of you guys have the opportunity to do this exact same thing. You could even start with just a cell phone. You can transmit this broadcast to Facebook and allow thousands of your consumers to see exactly who you are. I encourage my students and the people that we work with to create these type of shows because it allows you to communicate in this fashion. It allows you to talk about your business, share who you are and what it is that you do. So if you demonstrate and just say, look, today we're gonna go take a tour of the office. This is what happens when you walk into our office. You're greeted by Sally, our front desk. She's gonna greet you by name. She's gonna offer you a bottle of water. She's gonna let you have these experiences while you're here. While you're here and the hygienist is cleaning your teeth, you know, you're gonna have this opportunity to watch TV. You can pick the channel that you wanna watch. We have 55 different flavors of tooth cleaning product you can choose from. This is how the checkout process is gonna go, right? You're walking them through the whole experience. Maybe as you are a real estate agent and you're walking your clients through what it is to work with you, this is how we meet with the homeowner. This is how we go through their home and say, look, you've got some great furniture. It's just staged wrong. We need to move these pieces around so that the space feels more welcoming and bigger. You've got this great kitchen, but you remodeled it 20 years ago. People nowadays want this type of material. They want stainless steel appliances, or they want these amenities, right? So you can show how your process goes. This is what building a brand is all about. You're demonstrating your product and how you serve your clients, how you're unique and how you stand out from everybody else that's available. Guys, one of the easiest things to do is to just communicate on a regular basis. Over the past couple weeks, I've been trying to do better at this. It's a struggle. Tell me, I understand your pain. It's literally going live on this device multiple times throughout the week and just saying, look, here's me, here's who I am, here's what I'm learning, here's how I'm getting better at my trade, here's the things that I'm gonna teach you this week about how to do things better, right? So again, if you're a chiropractor, hey, we just went to this seminar back in New Orleans and this is what we learned and this is how I'm gonna help you better and this is how I'm gonna bring more joy and satisfaction to your business. If you're a real estate agent, you know, and you met with a new interior designer and you're like, look, I was blown away. I didn't know that if I turned the couch this way in a house or had this color and this color paired together, it would look better. And this is how I'm gonna help you guys when you go to sell your house the next time. I think that if you share your content on a regular basis, it's gonna allow people to connect with you more and more and more. And that's the beauty of what social media offers. It allows this platform to be available to everybody, right? There's 2.3 billion people on the platform throughout the entire world. Pretty much everybody in the United States is on Facebook if they're over the age of 13, with the exception of a few stubborn people like my dad. But for the most part, everybody's on social media and they're digesting content. More videos consumed now online than any other platform in the world, like TV, cable, Netflix, and things like that. So take the advantage of the distribution that we have today. Get your content out there, separate yourself from everybody else. And what comes down to at the end of the day is that when people start shopping, I just bought a couple things on Amazon for my bike, new tires, some valve stems and things like that. And I was looking across, 20 different tires that were available, a bunch of different options that were available. And to me, when I find one tire and 20 different people sell it, there's no difference, right? Like they all look the same. They are the same warranty. They all have the same product. I'm going to get them in the same time because I have Prime. So the only thing I'm looking for is price. And if price is the only thing that you can compete with in your business, you're going to lose every single time because it's a race to the bottom. It's whoever can charge the least amount of money and still keep that client wins. What if you could charge double what everybody else in your market was doing and still win every single time, right? Like, let's just say you charge $100 to clean someone's teeth and that's the going rate in your area, but you charge $200 and you had a line out the door for people who wanted to come have their teeth cleaned with you. What would you have to do to get people to spend $200 with you to have their teeth cleaned? You'd have to offer some amazing services. Don't go out of pocket so that you lose $200 to make this work, but provide benefits for being there, right? make the experience so unique. Offer them things that nobody else is doing. Another example really quick that just came to my mind is I get my hair cut at this place. It's a men's old kind of barber shop. It's not like 80-year-old dudes cutting hair, but it's like, it looks like an old barber shop. It's based on kind of the South, a lot of wood grain and like the whiskey feel, if you got my drift here. When I walk in, again, they greet me by name. They know who I am. They're expecting me. They offer me a drink. They wash my hair at the beginning. They wash my hair at the end. They'll shave my face if I want to. It's an hour to an hour and a half long process. I've been to the supercuts and the $10 places where you're in and out in 10, 15, 20 minutes at the most. If you want to wash your hair, it's an extra $5 kind of a thing. Like, that experience versus the experience that I have now is completely different. I pay on average 5 to 7 times more money for the exact same thing. Like, I get the same style of haircut at the cheap place as I do the nice place, but it's the experience while I'm there that I'm getting. I get the same person every week. I get greeted. I get amenities while I'm there. I'm getting taken care of. It's what I'm willing to pay for by being there. So do you understand that you can charge more for your service if people are willing to pay for it because you've separated yourself? I understand that this haircut place that I go to is completely different than the $9.99 haircut experience that I'm gonna have at Supercuts or Sport Clips or anything like that. And it's worth it to me. So how can you separate yourself and do things that nobody else in your business offers? How can you create an experience that nobody else will go through with anybody else except for you? And now is the opportunity to demonstrate that on social media, to get that out in content, to write about it, to blog about it, to vlog about it, to create podcasts about it, to distribute your content so that the world knows who you are. That's the point of what social media can do for your business. And that's why you need a brand online. So that's my message for you guys this week, is to identify the things that separate you and go deep. Show these items that keep you apart from everybody else. Maybe you say there's 10 things that I do in my business that are different for me than everybody else, and I'm gonna spend the next 10 weeks demonstrating this. So find a way to create a show like this. Go live on your cell phone, write a blog, whatever you're comfortable with. If you're good with video, go video. If you're good with writing and you're a keyboard warrior, do that. Whatever it is, figure out the next 10 weeks and describe your business and how you're different than anybody else. But more importantly than just saying, hey, I'm a haircut place and this is what we do and me, say this is how it's gonna help you, right? Think about it from the consumer's perspective. How are they gonna benefit from this product? Something like this, when you walk into our experience, we're gonna greet you by name, we're gonna know who you are, we're gonna remember how we cut your hair last month, and it's gonna be the exact same experience this month. You're not gonna have to explain everything to us, you're not gonna have to have a different person every single week. We're gonna know who you are, we're gonna know what you like, we're gonna know how to treat you well, and these are the things that are going to happen while you're here, right? You're explaining it from the benefit of the consumer and how it's going to help them and how it's going to make their life better and easier and more enjoyable. So that's your homework for this week. Go find a way to explain your products and services, get more comfortable going live on this device, and return and report. Tell me how the experience goes. Tell me what you did to stand out. Tell me the things that you do different in your business. Just say, look, Eric, I'm a chiropractor and I offer this, this, and this. And these are the things that I do different than anybody else. Or you know what? I cut hair every single day, and this is how I charge 5 times as much as everybody else in my business does because I do this, 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 and this, right? Tell me what those things are. Tell me what you're doing differently than everybody else. Love to hear about it in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to our channel before, we've got some great content. We've been doing this now for 2.5 years. This is episode number 107, which means that we've been doing this solid for at least 2 years. We do this show every Friday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, along with our Ask Eric show, which is Mondays, 10 a.m. Pacific, where we answer your top 4 questions of the week. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us in the show. Thanks for taking part in our classes and everything that we offer. I appreciate you following along. Hopefully you guys, this summer is going fantastic. Reach out to me if there's anything that I can do to help you in your business, but most importantly, just keep producing content, keep telling your story, keep building your brand, keep standing out and showing why you're different than anybody else. Thanks for being here, guys. Looking for the end button. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.